dentist. Face is numb. I'm chewing on a great lump of cotton. I keep dribbling. I'm trying to record the next bit of this video. Oh dear. Well, this will be interesting. Nothing else. This will be interesting. Stop dribbling. Right, so let's see how I can do this with a tooth missing and a numb mouth. Hey, dear me. Oral surgery is what I've had. I have to go to, it were a hospital dentist, you know, the really serious sort. So we're in the Gehrings now, Gehrings, Gorings, that's what we call them around here. Different parts of the country, we call them different things. I think some of you call them scoots. So basically what it is I've scratched the line out. I'll wait here. Scratched the line out of this side, so I've ploughed all the field up to this point and carried my line over from that side, from that hedge. But because I'm on GPS, it'll follow that line all the way across. If you're on, if you're ploughing, if you're really good, if you're really good, and you're ploughing manually by eye, and a bit easier if you, well, a lot easier if you've got a very width plough, you can end up making it match. So you end up coming from that side, and even though this side's a bit of an angle, you can end up gradually making it match across the field. But we're on GPS, so we can't do that, and that is for super duper skilled ploughmen, of which I am not. So yeah, so we're in the Gehrings. So what I'm having to do then, so I'm ploughing an angle now, so I've scratched the mark, and basically when the plough just gets slightly past the mark that I've scratched, I'm just trying to lift each furrow out individually. Well, you can't really lift them out individually as such, but what I'm trying to do is not to leave any big, any full furrows, just scratching marks and dropping the ploughing at a steady rate, if you know what I mean. So at the minute, I've just got my front furrow scratching, just filling in the filling in that furrow that was left when I came up. Oh, this is hurting my mouth. So the further onto the mark I get, the further across I get. I'm just going to keep lowering the ploughing. So I've got it in manual mode at the minute. So every time you hear a beep like this, oh no, it's not doing it on the down. Well, I'll just lower in the middling. That only beeps on the back plough. So I'm just slowly lowering the middling. So I've got the front two furrows in the ground now, and sort of the three behind it just scratching. So I can see the mark there. So I'm going to lower it in a bit more. Just the wheels in the middle. I'm not doing it exactly on the mark, I'm just doing it a little bit behind. Now I'm just going to start lowering the rear plough down, just so I get the front furrow on the back four filling in the one the fifth has left, or just scratching it in. But I'm not going to lower the whole lot in yet. So you probably can't see the mark on the camera, so every time you hear a bleep there, I'm just moving the back plough. So the mark's now up to where the wheels are. Keep going, and a bit more, a bit more, right there for a bit. So yeah, so this, I'm going to probably keep repeating myself over and over during this video, but I'm not an expert ploughman. Ask me in 30 years time, then yeah, and I might have a different answer. Then maybe I think I'll have earned the right to call myself a decent ploughman, because any of you that haven't done it, this is, especially without GPS, this is there is still a lot of skill involved running GPS plough. Right, so the whole plough's in now, so I'm going to go down to this headland. it is a massively skilled job, humongously skilled job, and maybe on another ploughing video I'll try and touch on why it's such a skilled job, and why it's so important, and why I don't consider myself a fully fledged ploughman, even though the setup I've got you'd think I was, but we're not. So I've still got it in manual mode, so I'm coming up to this mark for this headland now. I'll have one more run left up that side, so I'm just lowering it in a little bit as I bounce over that wheeling, lift it up, lift the front up, keep going. When the wheels get to the mark, I lift the middle out, start turning, and the back's over the mark, so I lift the back up. And it leaves a fairly even, well, leaves your ins and outs fairly even. Right, so here we are. So this is the last run up this side. So again, we're in manual mode, so I'm just going to drop it down. As I drop it down, I just increase my depth a little bit of my front furrow so it don't leave a trough, and we're dropping the rest of the ploughing. Dropping the rest of the ploughing up to the middle. Just going to lower the back in a little bit just to fill that scratch. There we go, and now it's time just to start easing it out slowly. I'm easing the middle out now. The back can stay where it is for the time being. Easing the middle out again. The mark's now on my third furrow. Easing it out again. An advantage of the big ploughs, you can do this, you can't do it with a, unless you've got a hydraulic top link, and you still can't do it the same with a fully mounted plough. Nearly there. Now by no means do I get this right every time. There's some fields that, over there I think, that'll do. There's some fields that I'm happy with when I've finished, and there's some fields that I am absolutely ashamed to put my name to. And hopefully this one will be alright. There are some troughs in it, I'm not gonna lie, on that hedge side over there where it's a bit strong. She rode out a few times, I didn't catch it quick enough. Right, so just join me in a minute then, and we'll I'm going to double plough these gorings. In fact, I'm going to double plough all of it, so we'll have a go at doing that. Right guys, so I've double ploughed that headland there. So the idea behind the double ploughing, so you can see I've left the furrow on the inside of the field, when it actually wants to be. When I've finished, it'll be on the outside of the field. So the idea of doing this is it's just filling in your ins and outs, where it fills your ins and outs better, because you're ploughing it all into ins and outs, then you do it again, and basically you end up with a much more level finish when you come to plough all this in properly. And also it buries the rubbish a bit better as well. It'll upend it all now, so all the straw's on top, and then when you come back through again, it buries it all, so you don't end up with that, or a lot of the, sometimes you can't help it, but a lot of the time you don't end up with that sort of strip, that seam of straw and stuff on the top. So and how I prefer to do it, so imagine, so I've ploughed the field, so I've turned the furrows over that way, so the soil's all been thrown to the right. So I've come up, so this headland I've come up, so I've been pulling the soil back with me, so I've turned it over that way, and now I've come up this way. I'm sort of dragging that soil with me for the first pass, so it's filling in all those troughs. Now I can't always do it like that, but I've found it works better pulling the soil back with you, so going against your ploughing sort of thing. But yeah, so please remember, I'm not a master ploughman. So we're going to do up these gorings where I marked out earlier on. So I'm just going to lower the back plough down, not lowering anything into work yet. And I'm going to get to that where I started ploughing now. Lower the middle, I'm not going in at full depth at all, and the only part of the plough I want to be moving soil is the part of the plough that's in the land that I've already moved. Because if these ones at the front are turning over land, it's turning it over onto fresh going, you know what I mean? So you end up with a big hump when you're finished. It's pretty difficult to explain actually. Oh, text message. Yeah, so to get this right, and this is where I fall down a lot when I get this wrong, is lifting in and out. You've got your mark, and it's you don't want to lift, you don't want to be lifting out before it, because you'll end up with troughs. But you don't want to be lifting out too far past it, because then you'll have that much of the plough moving more soil. You know, my aim is when I'm doing this, is try to move the least amount of soil as I can, really. Just only move enough to fill in what's been moved, what's been taken out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll work for the old camera. And also, for anyone that's interested, so anyone that understands the GPS, so I've got my AB line which matches with that side. But from experience with this plough, I found at this width, with the settings I'm on, I have to nudge the line across 20 centimetres that way into the field, and then when I come to fill this double ploughing in, I zero my GPS, so I'm back on the original line. Because if I don't, when the plough's turned over, my front furrow will run precisely in, well, not precisely, a little bit out of the first, you know, of the last furrow there, which when I first started experimenting with this was really annoying, because I kept forgetting to do it. And then if I nudged myself, my original line, if I nudged it across 20 centimetres, but when I got to the end, I wasn't in the right position. So yes, so everything's going well at the minute. Everything's going well at the minute. Looking at it, happy with that. Not moving too much soil. Yeah, be all right. Be all right. So right, I'll turn the camera off now while I get, because you don't need to see me go right to the top of the field, and then I'll turn it back on again when I come back down this side and we're filling it in. Right, so the moment of truth. So this is the top headland of the field, so you can see there, double ploughed it, only moved the soil that had been moved already. There's still some troughs, so I will be like this a little bit as I go over it, but by the time the plough's gone through it, it should be level. So I've reset my GPS to 0, so I'm going to go down it. It's nearly full depth, at least the back third of the plough will be at full depth. The front third might, front 2/3 might be a bit shallower, and we'll get out and you can have a look and see what you reckon. So that's where I've started. So drop the front furrow in, drop in the middle, drop in the middle. Front needs to go in a bit more, just so I get to that bit where I ploughed it out. Drop the back in. Top of this field is very, very light, like super duper light, which doesn't make double ploughing that easy. It's a bit, it's not, I've struggled a little bit on really stiff ground, and I struggle with real light stuff like this, especially when it's been moved twice. But it's nice, you know, sort of soil with a high sort of mineral content, you know what I mean. It's like a nice, well, silt, like silty soil. It's lovely. You chaps down near Boston, what absolutely incredible soil you've got. I have spent a little bit of time down there on one of the other farms that we've got. Done some drilling for them, and it was a pleasure. Deceiving, it looks like real strong land. If you saw a field that looked like those do down there up here, you'd know it was just red clay. But you get down there and it was all clotty, and doing it with a combi drill and a power hour, and it just turned to dust with a little tickle. Awesome. Right. Again, this is where it can go a bit wrong, so lift the front up now, keep going with the back. Keep going with the back till I get past where I'm gonna go, where my next run's gonna be. Lifting up. So that's that one done. That's the first bit of the old double ploughing. Hopefully it looks alright from where you are. It's not too bad. Done better. So now, left, far left, bing, on that one. Swing around. This is the easy bit of the headland. You've got loads of room to turn around with. Well, not loads, but you've got enough room to get turned around. So, reset my GPS. There we go. Get lined up. Plough square. Yeah. Back up a little bit. Start to drop the front in. Not full depth, so I'm just going to carry it a bit. Like that. Start dropping the middle in. Dropping the middle in. Dropping the middle in. Dropping the middle in. Dropping the front down. Dropping the front. Dropping the back. Dropping the back. Back's in. Over away. Just a little bit of something caught on my skimmer at front. Hopefully it'll part company with it soon. It's just bulldozing a bit. So there we are. So hopefully now, as you can see behind, we've got a nice level finish, and it even looks like the ploughing's just carried on. You know, it'll hopefully be as level all the way across the field right to that very end. Now I've done this, you won't see where the, you know, a few of the troughs are. I won't see where the ins and outs are so much. Right then, so with these big ploughs, herein lies the problem. So that's there's 2 runs left on that headland, 3 there, 3 that one. So if, as you can see, the back of the plough is at the edge of the field, and the front of the plough is just meeting up with the pass I've just done. So I'm just gonna pull through now with the plough. So I'm gonna drop the front in, again not full depth, carry it a bit, drop the rear in, well drop the middle in, sorry, and then when I get to, well when I get level with that pass, drop the back in, or when I get level with the last pass I've just done. Right, and we're going to carry on ploughing as normal for a little while. Sorry this is all head cam footage, but it's the best way for me to really explain this. So that'll do, that's long enough, so I'm going to stop, do a dead stop. Completely stop dead and lift everything out on the spot. Now, without moving or doing out. So lift it out. That's roll out. And I've done it on a dead stop, so when I come to set back in again, I can get the plough matching up perfectly as it was before. Well, there or thereabouts anyway, not perfectly, that's a bit optimistic, Johnny. But now I'm going to back up, Which isn't easy with these ploughs because the wheels, look, when it's on the side, run off centre, so it's always trying to veer off to one side, so you sort of have to swiggle your way backwards with it a little bit. It's always trying to pull to one side, unless it's vertical. If the front plough's vertical, you can reverse back in a straight line. So let's see if I can get this right first time. I doubt it. So I'll lower it back into work. Well, nearly into the work position. Get up there as far back as I can. Right, not quite there. Just have to do a little shunt because you've got to work within a few inches with these big ploughs. Oh, so you leave some big troughs. So we're getting something of this size to within a few inches accuracy. If you want to make a tidy job, isn't always the easiest. Right, so we're where we want to be. So the plough's down, so now I'm going to pull through. So front's in, I'm going to drive forward, just lower in the middle in, and I want to try and leave a straight line which will match up with the pass that I'm doing now. So when the press gets to so where I've already started ploughing, put the back in, pull through. So I want to pull a length as long as the plough, but because I'm going to be coming back up this way, I can't just do like a dead stop like that this time. Keep going. Right, so now I'm going to lift the front out. I'm going to keep going with the back. Keep pulling through with the back. And then I'll start lifting the middle up, and then stop and lift the back plough out to try and match up the shape of the plough when I come back this way, which I haven't, well, every now and again I manage to get it right, but you're sort of working blind, you've no reference, you've no nothing, you've nothing to go by. So now I'm going to back up to where I stopped that first time, carry on. I'm getting in the right place. Go backwards a little bit more. Pull forward a bit. That's it, drop the front down, drop the middle, drop the back. Carry on. There we are, carry on with my day. There we are. That's that bit done. And in the next clip you'll see why I've done that. Right, we're back. So this is my second to last run now, so my last run, as you can see down that side, and we're just coming up to that bit that I ploughed on the last clip. So crunch now I do have to run on this bit I've ploughed, but if I didn't, then getting into that corner when I've got a dike that side and a cover that side which I can't run on, it would be extremely difficult to get that ploughed. So I've lifted my front furrow up, I'm just easing the middle up now, easing the middle up and easing the back up, and there we are. So now that's matched up with the bit that I ploughed out. So now as I'm turning, just going to fold the plough over a little bit. So now really it's just straight away, poof, down this side. Yes, it's not as neat as I wanted it, but it's not bad. You know, I can't expect, I don't win every time. I'd like to, but I don't have that much luck. But like I said, This land at this top end, it's very, very light, and it's not the easiest of stuff to control with a big plough. But it's ploughed, that's the main thing. That bit is turned over. It's got one wheeling down it, but it's not too bad. I'm not too fussed about that. Right then, so that's the corners done. That's the last run. I'm just catching a bit of the greenery that's encroached into the field, and just try and keep a defined edge between cover and the ploughing. Yeah, so that's it. That's it, everybody. Alright then, everybody. So this is the end product. It's not my finest work. There's a few troughs kicking about, a bit sore on top there, but this is the corners. So I've just got one more length to do down that side, and the field's finished. So I just thought I'd show you instead of from the cab. But so yeah. Right then, everybody. So oh god, stop doing that. Oh, goof. I should have brought some painkillers. So yeah, so thanks ever so much for watching, as always. And that concludes it. That's not the definition of ploughing headlands. Far from it. There's loads and loads of different ways to plough them. That was just me showing you how I use a big plough to plough my headlands when I'm ploughing them in, which basically means starting from the inside and working my way out. That's just I might find a better way of doing it at some point. Don't know. The way I've done it there was just all through me experimenting and trying different things during the time that I've been ploughing. Yeah, so there's loads and loads of different ways, and again I want to stress, I'm not a ploughman. In 30 years time, ask me again, and I might have a different opinion. I doubt it. I'd like to think I'm a bit modest. But yeah, so thanks ever so much, guys. If you'd like to follow me on the old Instagram, you're more than welcome. Johnny1388. YouTube, Instagram, however that works. I'll put a link in the description. I'm on Facebook as well. The farm I work for anybody that's new, is Polybell, or Polybell Organic, Polybell Farms. So if you search for Polybell Farm on Facebook, there's a Facebook page there as well. And then we have got a merchandise page, which says merchandise page. It's not really, well it is, but there's a little bit of channel related stuff on there, but there's also a lot of other gifts. It's just like farming gifts. Yeah, farming gifts really. It's not a website saying, oh look at me and I'm allowed to say that a percentage of the profits goes to cancer research. So I've not done it for any reason other than it's a way that I can donate money to charity. So thank you very much, everybody. And sorry if I sound a little bit distracted. My tooth really giving me some jip. Really giving me some jip. Oh dear. But yeah, so we'll see what the next video is. No idea at the minute, not a clue. But one will be coming at some point in the future. I'll say not too distant future, because by now you all know what I'm like. So yeah, alright guys, see you soon.